Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. If you're new to the channel, welcome as well. Now, I think the ladies will appreciate this review the most. I'm gonna unlock the car. Behind me is the new Dongfeng Box. So we're gonna take a tour of the exterior interior details and do a full in-depth review. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. So, Dongfeng Box, I think it's called in China Nammi. That's why you're gonna see a lot of name Nammi all over the car. Now, it is, let's just break the ice, inspired by Smart, but it's more affordable and looking very attractive. Now, it's called Box here in Europe, and it doesn't really look boxy regarding the lines. They're nice and flush, aerodynamic, but it's roomy, definitely inside, you're gonna see that. Now, let's talk about tech specs a little bit. This is powered by front drive, so it's a front electric motor with 70 kilowatts. That's 95 horsepower. 0 to 100 is 12.5 seconds, so it's not super fast, but enough for city commuting. And top speed is limited to 140 kilometers per hour. Now, inside on the back is a 40 kilowatt hour usable battery. That's an LFP battery. It has more cycles, so this is going to last long. We have here charge port on the right side of the vehicle. This one supports 6.6 kilowatts. This is the premium trim. There's also a entry trim which only has a 3.3 kilowatt hour AC charger. DC charging is 80 kilowatts here in Croatia, although I saw an EV database this is 60 max, but maybe they did a software update. And range on this car should be around 250 kilometers. It's 300 by WLTP, but if you charge it to 100 and drive it to 0, you might get that if you're not aggressive. It all depends on your driving style. Now, also it supports in this high trim vehicle to load up to 3 point something kilowatts. I'm going to show you the spec inside. We have this beautiful silver color. There's also white color, blue color, and purple. Blue and purple have an optional white roof on the top, and we have the gray interior, black and gray. There's also a white black interior which looks more posh, but you're gonna see this looks also very very nice. Now let me show you the key fob here. So we have an interesting key fob. I think ladies will like this design. You can see lock in the middle, unlock, and unlock the cargo. It has this mirror finish as well. Now if we unlock the car, you can see mirrors and fold. You can see daytime running lights are stretching and are connected in the middle. And if I lock the car, you can see bottom part turns to turn signals. We have LED headlights. If I unlock the car, mirrors unfold. Now it's a keyless entry, so I'm just gonna keep the key fob in my pocket. And let's come a little bit closer and check out the details. So you can see the silver metallic color. It's quite sunny at the moment. You can see here the headlights. So we have the main lens and then the daytime running lights connected on the top. We have here Nammi. So I believe that's the name in China, but here they've decided to call it Box. Not sure what's the reason behind that, but maybe it's some sort of rights for the name. Doesn't matter. Now, you can call it personally the way you want. Since this is an EV, the top is closed, and the bottom we have a little bit rose gold details. The ladies might like that. We have unpainted black and then some piano black details. We have a big air intake at the bottom. We have 360 camera on this top trim, on the side mirrors and on the rear of the car. Huge thanks to Auto Croatia or Auto Hrvatska for giving me the car for a review. You can see the badge on the front. Now before we check the front, let me just show you the charge port. So it's unlocked despite the vehicle being locked. I've rinsed the car, so it's still wet inside. Here have AC, that's your type 2, and then DC CCS2 connector. So don't worry, this is sealed, so even if it gets a little bit water, it's not going to electrocute you, so it's safe. It's dummy proof. Now it's a little bit cloudy now, so you can see the silver color looks very nice. And this is the front end, so let me unlock the car once again. So the daytime running lights are slightly flickering on the camera, of course not in real life or in person. And it's a sweet little looking car. Now we have 17-inch alloys, diamond cut silver on black, and these are 215/55 R17. You can see that these are some sort of Chinese tires. I don't recognize the brand, but that's that. Now underneath you can see here also unpainted black with a little rose gold IC protection. Now we have black A pillars, B pillars, and we have this piano black outline around the window frames. Here you can see the VIN number, you can see a little box there, you can see the dash. I know it's cloudy. There's a light sensor, there's a lane assist camera, and we have double laminated front windshield. Now here's the side mirror, 360 parking camera, and these are also heated in the top trim, so and electronically foldable. You can see the handles. There's a driver on the driver's side physical cylinder. Now when the car locks, you can just swipe here as well to unlock it, so you can see that. Now the roof is silver. You can see here black shark fin antenna and a little spoiler looking nice. On the back we have a Dongfeng signature. We have real disc brakes on the rear as well. And checking the rear here, so I need to press the unlock button once again so you can see the taillights. They're flickering of course on the camera as well. Now the turn signal is a bulb and the rest is plexiglass. So I'm not sure if it's like full LED or if there's like bulbs and then they just illuminate through the plexiglass. That's a mystery. At the bottom we have on the left side fog light, on the right reverse light and cat eyes. Since this is an EV, no exhaust and kind of discreet bottom part with unpainted black. You can see parking sensors only on the rear. It shows centimeters in distance on the display inside, and we have warm license plate illumination. So that's that. We have here the Dongfeng, their badge and name box. Wide lens camera for parking. Very decent resolution for the cameras. So there's an unlock button. Let me just back up. You can see the whole car. So this opens fairly tall. You can see the unlock button. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 feet. So for most of you, this will be tall enough. This is a manual closing, plane on the top, and there's an emergency opening from the inside in case this stops working. You can see the big boot space or cargo space, whatever you call that, now, or trunk. 326 liters of cargo space. If you knock down the rear bench, you get 945 liters. The bench does not split, so it's just 100% going down. Now here you can see a step. There is around 5 to 10 fingers of height, around 20 centimeters from here to the loading area. Now if I remove my bag or my backpack, you can see the interior space. Now this is plain, so there's no lights, no 12-volt outlets on the back. Unfortunate. I wish they maybe added little grocery hooks, and if you notice, there's no cover as well. Now underneath you get a room for a patching kit. Now this is just like a first aid and another emergency triangle, Croatian standard. Here you have a Shuko for home charging, to type 2, fits a fire extinguisher. Now in order to knock down the bench, I'll need 2 hands. So you just pull these up on both sides, knock down the bench, and that's the space. Now, one thing, gonna let it drop. Also nice detail, you can see the stoplight, but no tinted windows on the back, so I would advise you to tint this, and maybe on the front and on the windshield add a transparent UV foil, because I feel like this doesn't have a UV protection. On the sun it's super hot. So still a very nice looking little EV. Now let's get inside. Okay, so it's locked. Swipe to unlock. And let's hear the closing sound, or opening. So pretty good. Now let me show you here the space on the back. So pretty spacious. And let's return this back. So you have to watch for the seatbelt. I don't think that one moved properly, but it doesn't matter. You can lock here if you have kids to disable the unlock from the inside. And we have single glazed glass front and rear. Now materials, hard plastic, but then we have this padded, so it's nice and soft, and we have this rhomb or diamond shape. This is leather, and then this is gray plastic. We have a nice window switches, so this goes all the way to this height on the rear. Nice big handles. They even have this like a little rubber so they don't make a loud sound when you release them. Big pockets, speaker here. So usually the car has 4 speakers, so in the doors only, but this one has 6 in the A-pillars as well, you can see over there. Now since this is an EV, the floors are not too deep. Now here you can see we have this smooth, I believe this is a leatherette. Here's the ISOFIX, and you can see the integrated headrest on the back and the back. Now let's jump in. So I was sitting on the front, and I'm a tall person, so even behind myself I can sit. I have just enough knee room, enough feet room, and you can see here the leatherette. You can press here to adjust the height of the front headrest. You can see big pockets. Now if there's a shorter person on the front, I would have even more room. Here you can see Nammi and a little side profile. No AC vents unfortunately, or USBs for the back passengers. But we have wide seats. These are comfy, and these can go down so you don't feel them if you're sitting on the back. This is the rear view. Now I would tint this also so people cannot see what's in the back of my storage room in the back. And here you can see we have, besides the driver, slowly closing handles on all 3 sides. So no little hooks, nothing on the B pillar unfortunately, but the interior looks still posh. There's ambient lights here on the front and in the air vents. A little close up on that. Seatbelts are not height adjustable. Let's hear the closing sound. A decent closing sound, and you can see here the headspace for a 2-meter tall person. I'm lacking just a little bit if I want to straighten up my back and my neck, but if you're like 190, you should be fine. So for the most of you, it should be plenty of room. Before we get to the front, just a quick look at the front. We have the beautiful leatherette extending to the front of the dash. It looks very stylish. Now let's check it up close. So excellent opening and closing sound despite having frameless windows. Now pay attention. You can see the window goes up, and then when you pull the handle, it drops down. We also have good seals, so it's okay, but up to 80, since it's a tall windshield, there's a little bit of whistling, but it should be fine. And in case this window makes a sound, you can just put some silicone spray here and it should solve the problem. Now, front doors open wider, same materials, nice and posh looking. I love these switches, so these are really nice. You can see this one goes all the way down. You can disable the window controls for the rest of the passengers, lock or unlock the car, and you can fold these manually, although they fold when you lock the car, and adjust them electronically. Also big pockets, speaker down there. We have the plastic door step. This is your tire pressure. So you can spec from 18 to 16-inch tires. Now, since the EV is automatic, you can see here the paddles. We're gonna pop the front later. Now there's a speaker here for the eye monitor system, and here you can control the height of the LED headlights. There's a USB for fast charging, but it's not really in a practical position, so that's an odd choice there. Powered seats, back and forward, up and down. The knee area does not go up and down, but it is extended, so looking good. We have the tilt, but no lumbar. And I've been driving this car for about 2 hours, and I can tell you that if you're a tall person, this is a deal breaker. I had some back pain for the lumbar, but if you don't have that issue, the seats are fine. On the front, these look like real leather, to be honest, or it's just maybe a little bit more worn because it's a driver's seat. But it has perforated leather here, so it has heated and ventilated seats on the front. So that's a standard option in this top trim. Here you can see a little storage room, also a place where you can put your key fob if the battery is low. We have a USB-A and a 12-volt outlet, but I'm going to show you that from a different perspective. We also have 2 cup holders, and you can see the middle bridge here. View at the top. Now the steering column is adjusted manually, but only has height control, no depth, unfortunately. And you can see here ambient lights on the top. Let's hop in. So great closing sound. So I will make a point of view driving video with no comments, and then a separated night point of view driving review where I'm going to summon all of my impressions. But I can tell you this has a really nice suspension. It's really comfy, and 95 horsepower is enough for this EV. Now we have a 2-spoke steering wheel, flat top and bottom, and there's a physical button, so that's a huge plus with me. And a little piano black, but this is the only piano black in the car, so that's a pass. Now here you have the speed limiter, cruise control, distance, or the speed adjustment, trip computer, favorites. You can add climate on, 360 cameras, or pause and play. Here we have the phone calls. Mode is for Bluetooth music, USB, or DAB. There's no FM radio. Unfortunately, there's voice assistant, and this is for the music, and press to mute. So that's that. You can see here park, reverse, neutral, drive, and there's the button for park. Now, when you jump in this car, you press the brake, put it to drive, and you head out, just like Tesla or Volvo. Excellent feature. When you stop, put it to park, you just exit. The car will turn off when you lock it. Here's your wiper controls. Press for sprinklers, and this is lights on automatic. Push forward, we have automatic long beam. Now, as you can see, my knee area, I wish the steering can go a little bit depth forward, so I need to back up. And if this was the whole dash was just like slightly forward, I would have more room. But for people who are not tall as me, that shouldn't be an issue. Now, beautiful soft touch materials here, a little bit of chrome. You can see closed or open air vents, so you can adjust that. There's an air blowing to the side. We have this nice dash. It's hard plastic, but you're in reality not going to touch that. But also it helps for weight reduction for an EV regarding range. Here is infrared sensors, so these are your eye monitor system, and you can see the speakers in the A-pillars. Now we have a great solution for the side mirrors because they're going to the side, and then you have a better overview here. So this is sometimes A-pillars are a blind spot for the pedestrians, or if you're in a roundabout, so it's better visibility. I'm a taller person, I can see the hood a little bit, but overall it's a good overview in the car. Even on the back, you can park this easily. Now we have a beautiful display, and yes, it's a little bit darker in real life as well. I'm not sure why, but that's just the way it is. Now I'm gonna come back to the screens, just a little patience. Here you can see air vents. Now below, 12-volt outlet, USB-A. Now this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but in Croatia the software is not enabled, so they have this temporary solution. They give it to you with the car for free. This is enabling both of the features, so just leave it there. And moving down here, we have little room. This is plasticky. We have a rubber mat here for the cup holders, and you saw storage area and place to put your key fob if the battery inside is low. Now, here's the wireless charger. This is a rubber mat. There's a little room here, but it's plasticky, so if you put a key fob there, it's gonna just rattle. This is soft, opens up. There's a carpet at the bottom. There's a little scent here. Plenty of room. You can see that's a very deep, and that's that. View at the front seats. No ISOFIX on the front. Now, some nice details, and look at the interior. So beautiful looking. Now, this is your glove compartment. It's kind of shallow, but you can put some stuff in here. Now, I'm going to show you here the spec sheet, and you can see Flint inside, so you can put some paperwork inside. That's fine. Now, you can see here the blue car with the optional white roof, or it can be blue. You can see the white car, and it's like a pearl white. All colors are metallic, so you can see white, silver, blue with a white roof, and purple with a white roof. Now, this is the premium trim. There's also style trim. You can see here the difference. You can just take a snap with Google Translator. Basically, this one has 360 cameras, LED adaptive front headlights, 6 speakers instead of 4. We have the powered seats with memory option, ventilated and heated, no heated steering wheel, 17-inch alloys instead of 16, and we have foldable and heated side mirrors, and vehicle to load 3.6 kilowatts, AC 6.6 instead of 3.3, which would be really slow. So the style trim costs 25,000 euros. This one is 27, but now it's a discount of 1,000 euros, so you can get it for 26. In Croatia, currently there is an incentive for companies only this year, so nothing for private individuals. It was 9,000 euros in the past, so hopefully it will stay the same. You can see here you can fold the seats and you can lay down. And the black interior looks very posh. I would prefer that one personally. So ladies, tell me in the comments which one do you prefer. And I know you're gonna comment like, where can I put some stuff? So there is a little hook here. It says, I'm not sure if that's like, can't really see, maybe up to 3 kilograms or something like that, but they've added at least one. Now, to show you on the top, we have a bezel-less mirror. It looks premium. It has, don't mind me, classical, so no auto dimming. On the top, we have touch lights. So these are cold lights. We have the same as in the Tesla on the top. You can see the turn signals, or excuse me, the hazards in this case. Emergency button. So this is nice and soft. This is hard. This is soft. You have a documents holder. And ladies who love this, you have a big beauty mirror with a light. This does not extend, so this area is not covered. So there's always room for improvement. Headspace for a 2-meter tall person or 6.6 feet. Once again, plenty of headroom. I can even go a little bit up. If I go down, I actually have a little bit more knee room. Now, let's, you can see here memory position if you move the seats. So that's that. Now, let's dive into the digital cockpit. You have here a range in kilometers for the battery. We have the odometer, charge or power meter, speed, driving modes, auto hold, clock on the top. Unfortunately, this doesn't have a night mode, and I think they need to do that with a software update. Here you can see the home screen. We have time, date. We have here shortcuts on the top. We have battery percentage, currently 19% at, I think 92, it was close to 300 kilometers, and I've did around 220 kilometers so far. So if you charge it to 100 and deplete it to 0, you might get that 300 kilometers WLTP range in summer. Now, this also doesn't have a night mode. So my advice to Dongfeng would be put a night screen, so like a moon in the background, light on, and like a darker dim interior. Now, what's cool here, if you go to the apps, let me just show you, you can here customize the desktop. You can choose a different clock, you can choose a different radio and a different background. So you can personalize that, confirm, and you can see it's different. Now we have a pull down menu. Here you can have instrument panel, so you can control the brightness. This is full brightness, but still the screen, the main screen, is a little bit different. I'm not sure if it's like the angle. Oh, it's definitely the viewing angle. So when you're looking straight at it, it's slightly brighter, but still on the camera it looks darker. I'm not sure why, but it does. Now in person it's fine, I would say. Now here you have shortcuts to power off, screen sleep. So this is good if you have kids in the back, so there's no glare because it's a dark theme. Auto hold, automatic lights, rear fog, wireless charger. You can mute here, and you have presets here like a baby care, one touch to warm, cool, and here you can program like AC on and stuff like that. So you have custom mode. You can edit these settings. So that's that. But by pressing here, you can access the AC controls. I'm just going to lower the fan a little bit. You can just swipe here for the temperature and so on. So works pretty solid and fast. Now, this is your voice assistant, the little kitty. Now, this part is that looks like inspired by Smart as well, the posh interior as well, but it's trying to compete in that area. Phone calls are great over Bluetooth. You can connect here and you have here apps. There's a 360 camera. There's also a 2D view, so you can switch these, and pretty good. You can see when you turn on the car, you can see the wheels turn. Now you can pair your phone. You have a DAB Car Connect. Now Car Connect works with a little dongle there. Now I've just connected to the Apple CarPlay. So here's the Waze. We have a nice big real estate. If you go home, you can see the apps. This is how we return to the home screen. Now it might mess up with my audio, but I'm gonna try to compensate for that. Let's check the car settings. On the top we have shortcuts for the driving modes. You can see here Eco, Comfort, and Sport. In Sport you have the full 95 horsepower. Recuperation, I prefer Strong. For closest thing to one pellet driving, the car won't stop completely. You have to press the brake in order to stop it and engage the auto hold. Otherwise it moves forward like a classical automatic. It's not a full one pellet driving. Here you have the shortcuts, memory positions. Now here you have the exterior lights, rear fog, coming and leaving home, interior lights, ambient lights. You can choose a different color. I'm gonna do a separate night tour, so I'm gonna show this when you can see that. Actually, you can see these. Energy, discharge, and charge. You can here schedule when you have a cheaper tariff. You can set some limits. You can see here all of these options. You can enable parking brake when you're on a uphill or downhill parked. Now you can see here the options. Now this one, unfortunately, new EU laws. You need to every time disable the sound, disable the flashing, and this one, driver distraction status reminder, very sensitive, this one. So every time you need to turn it off because it resets. That's mandatory, unfortunately. Now, let me just check here. I think we covered everything. Touchscreen, here you have the display options, you have the language and units, date, have these reminders, sound effects. You can have a car welcome you for the outside speaker, which is for pedestrian warning system. You can control the volume here. You have here sound control, and here you can have like a personal or different presets. Vehicle info, you can pair your phone to mirror it. System, version information, and vehicle, you can see tire pressure and the odometer. So that's everything. Now, to demonstrate radio. So voila. This is a no-brainer. It looks like the Mercedes-Benz, like the old infotainment. It looks like a copy-paste. I'm not sure why they didn't just make a classical radio or something. It would look much nicer. And there's no FM for some reason. I guess they don't use FM in China, maybe. We don't have all the stations on DAB, and I'm just gonna try playing something here. Speaking also Slovenian stations, because they're just a neighboring country they're close here to capital city of Zagreb. So let's just play some music here. You can just keep this up to increase. Some ads. Press to mute. So let me just see this one. I can't play this for too long, but the speakers are loud. I would say they're okay, but that is that. I think they need to work on this. And the infotainment, this does not have a night mode. So the Waze does have a night mode, but this does not. So I think those are the two things they need to figure out. Okay, maybe some hooks on the back would make the car perfect. A little cover on the back, tinted windows, and a little LED light on top of that one. If they put it in the middle, when you open, you perfectly illuminate the back. You don't have to put two lights or one in the side. That would be perfect. I'm gonna wrap it here just to lower this one. Put it to drive. You can hear the pedestrian warning sound. Or not. And then on the back, just like ping, ping. It's like a submarine. Now, you can see here the camera's good resolution, but look at this. It feels like it's a little bit lagging when you reverse and you see the wheels move, or when you're going forward. It just feels like there's a little delay between the camera and I don't know, but the resolution is great, and for the parking purpose, for the most part, it serves it pretty well. If you go to the fence, or I go to the fence, there's gonna be centimeters, and then once again, there's this like weird EV sound, so that's mandatory for the pedestrians. Put it to park and get out, and the car will switch off. So when it's unlocked and it starts, screens are on and the AC is on, so that's good. You can just unlock it and it starts cooling. Before I show you the front, just a little demo here. These are my polarized sunglasses, and look at the screen. So it's good. This would be bad, but it's polarized safe. So I'm just gonna leave that there and get out. Now let's open the bonnet. So just right side of the badge, push to the left. You can see the mechanism, and you can see the front electric motor against 70 kilowatts or 95 horsepower. This is not your washer fluid, this is your washer fluid, so ladies, just pay attention. It's blue in this case. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like, share, and stay tuned for more. There's going to be separated night tour, and there's going to be day point of view driving with no comments, and night point of view driving review with all of my impressions behind the wheel. So see you in the next one. Until then, bye.